The automotive world is paying close attention to what automotive YouTuber and car rebuilder Mat Armstrong is doing next. After spending months rebuilding damaged supercars that many people believed could never be repaired outside official manufacturer workshops, Mat had become one of the most talked about names in the car community. His recent success with rebuilding a Bugatti Chiron and fixing a Bugatti Veyron gearbox problem for a tiny amount of money compared to manufacturers, quote, has changed how many people view luxury car companies. Now, Mat has revealed on social media that he is searching for another damaged project car in the United States, and he specifically mentioned the Audi RS6 or RS7 as possible options. To many viewers, this may seem like another exciting rebuild series for YouTube, but for luxury manufacturers, this situation represents something much bigger. Companies like Bugatti, Audi, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW have spent years building systems where owners depend heavily on dealerships and official service centers for repairs and maintenance. These brands often argue that their cars are too advanced, too specialized, or too dangerous for independent mechanics to repair correctly. However, Mat Armstrong has built his online reputation by proving that many of these cars can be repaired outside official workshops if someone has enough knowledge, patience, and determination. His rebuild videos are not just entertaining car content anymore. They have become part of a larger conversation about ownership rights, repair freedom, and the business strategies used by luxury manufacturers. That is why many people believe manufacturers are nervous every time Mat starts another project. His videos are reaching millions of viewers around the world, and every successful rebuild raises more questions about why repair costs from luxury brands are often so incredibly expensive. For fans, this is exciting entertainment. For manufacturers, it could become a serious public relations problem if more people begin questioning how these companies operate after a car leaves a showroom. Mat Armstrong's rise in popularity did not happen overnight. Over the years, he has become famous for buying badly damaged luxury and performance cars and rebuilding them piece by piece on camera. Many of these cars were considered beyond repair by insurance companies or even by official dealerships. Instead of accepting that these vehicles were finished forever, Mat treated them as challenges that could be solved through creativity, hard work, and careful problem solving. His Bugatti Chiron rebuild became one of the biggest automotive stories on YouTube because people simply could not believe someone outside the official Bugatti network would attempt such a complicated repair. The Chiron is one of the most expensive and advanced hypercars ever built, and Bugatti has always presented the car as something requiring highly specialized service support. Throughout the rebuild process, viewers watched Mat face countless problems, from damaged parts to missing components and technical difficulties. Yet every time a new challenge appeared, he found another way to continue. The moment that shocked many viewers most was when discussions began about shared parts inside Bugatti vehicles. Some components appear to have links to more common Volkswagen Group products, including Audi models. This surprised people because Bugatti is often marketed as something completely unique and separate from normal cars. Then came another major moment involving the Bugatti Veyron gearbox issue. According to Mat's videos, the repair turned out to involve a simple fuse problem instead of the massive and expensive gearbox replacement many people expected. That discovery became symbolic for viewers who already believed luxury manufacturers sometimes overcomplicate repairs or charge extreme prices for issues that may not always be catastrophic. Whether every criticism aimed at manufacturers is fully fair or not, the public reaction was enormous. Millions of viewers started asking difficult questions about repair pricing, parts availability, dealership control, and whether customers truly own these cars after buying them. Mat Armstrong became more than just a YouTuber rebuilding crash vehicles. To many people, he started representing independent repair culture and challenging the idea that luxury manufacturers should completely control who can work on high-end cars. Now, Mat Armstrong appears ready to continue this journey by looking for another project vehicle in the United States. In an Instagram story, he explained that he was searching for an Audi RS6 or RS7, although he said he was open to anything interesting as long as the car was damaged, mechanically broken, or in poor condition. For fans of his channel, this instantly created excitement because people understand how entertaining these rebuild projects can become. However, there are also important reasons why choosing an Audi RS model makes sense from Mat's current situation. The Audi RS6 and RS7 are high-performance luxury cars filled with advanced technology, powerful twin-turbo engines, complicated electronics, and sophisticated all-wheel drive systems. These are exactly the kinds of vehicles many people believe require official dealer support for proper repair and maintenance. If Mat can successfully rebuild one independently while documenting the entire process online, it could further weaken the idea that only official manufacturers can handle these vehicles. Another important detail is that Mat is currently spending significant time in the United States while finishing work connected to the Chiron project. America offers a very large salvage market where damaged luxury cars can often be purchased for far lower prices than similar vehicles in the United Kingdom. Insurance systems in the United States also result in many expensive cars being written off after accidents that may not completely destroy the vehicle. This creates opportunities for rebuilders like Mat, who are willing to invest time and skill into restoring them. In some American states, salvage and rebuilt title rules are also more flexible compared to certain European systems, making it easier to legally register rebuilt vehicles again. Shortly after posting about searching for a project car, Mat uploaded another video showing what appeared to be a possible RS model parked outside a property in Florida. He joked about whether he had found his next daily driver and asked viewers who owned the car. Even this simple social media post became part of a larger story because Mat understands how to involve his audience in every step of the process. His viewers do not simply watch finished results. They feel like they are participating in a hunt, the purchase, the rebuild, and the final success. One reason luxury manufacturers may feel uncomfortable about Mat Armstrong's growing influence is because his rebuild videos directly challenge a business system that has existed for decades. Luxury brands make a large amount of money not only from selling vehicles, but also from servicing and maintaining them over many years. Official dealerships charge premium labor rates, use manufacturer-approved parts, and often require specialized software or diagnostic systems that independent workshops cannot easily access. From the perspective of manufacturers, this system exists partly to protect quality, safety, and reliability. High-performance vehicles are extremely complicated machines, and mistakes during repairs could potentially create dangerous situations. However, critics argue that manufacturers sometimes use these concerns as justification for excessive control over the repair process. Many customers complain about long waiting times for parts, extremely expensive repair bills, and restrictions that prevent independent mechanics from accessing important technical information. Some luxury owners feel trapped because once their vehicle leaves warranty coverage, maintenance costs can become unbelievably expensive. Mat Armstrong's rebuilds attract so much attention because they appear to show another side of the story. Viewers watch him solve problems that dealerships might treat as impossible or financially unreasonable. They see damaged parts repaired instead of replaced, creative engineering solutions, and investigations into how components are actually built. This creates the impression that luxury manufacturers may sometimes exaggerate the difficulty of repairs in order to maintain control. Whether that conclusion is always correct or not, the public perception matters greatly. If millions of viewers start believing that luxury car companies intentionally create dependence on dealerships, it could damage trust in those brands. Modern consumers increasingly support ideas connected to the right to repair movement, which argues that owners should have more freedom to fix products they legally purchased. This debate already exists in industries like smartphones, computers, tractors, and electronics. Now, thanks partly to creators like Mat Armstrong, similar discussions are spreading into the automotive world. Luxury manufacturers understand how powerful online influence can become, especially when dramatic rebuild videos attract millions of views and create emotional reactions from audiences. Another major reason Mat Armstrong's content works so well is because it combines technical problem solving with emotional storytelling. His videos are not simply tutorials showing how to repair a car. They are structured like documentaries or reality shows where viewers follow a journey filled with setbacks, victories, stress, and excitement. Every damaged car becomes a character in the story. Every broken part creates suspense. Every successful repair becomes a moment of celebration. This style of content keeps viewers emotionally invested for months because they want to see whether the impossible project will finally succeed. The Bugatti Chiron rebuild perfectly demonstrated this formula. Each episode introduced new problems that seemed overwhelming at first. Missing parts, damaged systems, expensive components, and manufacturer restrictions created constant tension. Yet, viewers continued watching because they wanted to see whether Mat could overcome each obstacle. The emotional connection became even stronger because Mat often presents himself as an ordinary enthusiast rather than a giant company with unlimited resources. Audiences naturally enjoy stories where independent individuals challenge powerful corporations. It creates a classic underdog narrative that people emotionally support. Luxury manufacturers may not like this image because it positions them as a controlling side, while Mat becomes a determined problem solver fighting against restrictions. Social media also helps amplify this effect. Short clips from his rebuild spread quickly across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook, bringing millions of additional viewers into the story. Even people who are not serious car enthusiasts become interested because the content feels dramatic and easy to understand. Another important factor is transparency. Traditional manufacturers often keep repair procedures hidden behind official systems, while Mat openly shows every stage of the rebuild process on camera. Viewers can actually see parts being removed, repaired, modified, and reinstalled. This openness builds trust with audiences because they feel they are watching real problem solving rather than marketing. As his audience continues growing, every new project becomes larger than just another car rebuild. It becomes part of a wider cultural conversation about ownership, repair freedom, and the relationship between consumers and powerful automotive brands. The choice of an Audi RS6 or RS7 for a future project is also interesting because these cars represent modern luxury performance engineering at a very high level. The RS6 Avant and RS7 Sportback combine incredible speed with advanced comfort technology, making them some of the most respected performance vehicles in the world. Underneath their stylish designs are complicated systems involving turbocharged V8 engines, advanced suspension setups, quattro all-wheel drive, hybrid technology in some versions, and large networks of sensors and electronics. Many owners rely heavily on dealerships because diagnosing and repairing these cars can become extremely difficult without specialized equipment. This is exactly why an independent rebuild would attract so much attention online. If Mat Armstrong can purchase a heavily damaged or mechanically failed RS model and successfully restore it while documenting every challenge, viewers may begin questioning why official repair costs are often so high. At the same time, it is important to understand that luxury manufacturers do face real challenges when servicing these vehicles. Safety regulations are strict, customers expect perfection, and modern cars genuinely are more complex than older vehicles. Official dealerships invest heavily in training technicians, buying diagnostic systems, and following manufacturer procedures. So the issue is not always simple greed or dishonesty. However, public perception does not always focus on complexity. Instead, viewers respond emotionally to stories where someone saved a car that was considered financially impossible to repair. That emotional response is why Mat's content continues spreading across the internet. It taps into universal ideas about creativity, independence, and refusing to give up on difficult challenges. Some viewers even compare modern automotive repair restrictions to digital software control in technology industries. Cars today rely heavily on computer systems, encrypted software, and manufacturer control programming tools. Critics argue this gives companies too much power over products customers already purchased. Supporters of manufacturers argue that strict control protects safety and reliability. The truth probably exists somewhere between these two positions. But what is certain is that creators like Mat Armstrong are forcing these conversations into public view in a way that traditional automotive journalism rarely achieves. As more people watch these rebuild projects, the larger automotive industry may eventually need to adapt to changing consumer attitudes. Younger audiences especially value transparency, independence, and authenticity. They are less willing to automatically trust large corporations without asking questions. When they see a YouTuber successfully repairing vehicles that manufacturers claim require extremely expensive official solutions, it naturally creates skepticism. Even if dealerships and manufacturers have valid technical reasons behind certain policies, they must now compete against highly entertaining online content that tells a different story. This creates a difficult challenge for luxury brands because public opinion on social media can spread incredibly fast. One viral clip showing a simple fix for an expensive problem can damage years of carefully controlled marketing. At the same time, manufacturers cannot simply ignore creators like Mat Armstrong because his audience continues growing globally. Many viewers now learn more about modern luxury cars through YouTube creators than through traditional car magazines or dealership experiences. This shift in media influence is changing how automotive stories are told. Instead of polished advertisements showing perfect vehicles on empty roads, audiences are increasingly interested in real-world ownership experiences, repair costs, hidden problems, and behind-the-scenes engineering details. That is exactly the environment where Mat Armstrong thrives. He presents cars not as untouchable luxury products, but as machines that can be understood, repaired, and rebuilt by determined people willing to learn. For manufacturers, this may feel threatening because exclusivity has always been part of luxury branding. If audiences begin viewing these cars as less mysterious and less dependent on official systems, some of that exclusivity could weaken. However, there is also an opportunity here. Manufacturers that embrace transparency and cooperate more openly with independent repair culture could actually strengthen customer trust in the future. Consumers appreciate brands that respect ownership rights and support long-term vehicle maintenance outside official dealer networks. The companies that adapt successfully may build stronger loyalty than those that rely heavily on restrictive systems. In the end, Mat Armstrong searching for another damaged project car is about much more than one future YouTube series. It represents a growing shift in how people think about luxury cars, ownership, and repair rights in the modern automotive world. His success rebuilding extremely expensive vehicles has shown millions of viewers that independent mechanics and enthusiasts can sometimes solve problems that appear impossible at first. Whether manufacturers fully deserve the criticism they receive or not, public conversations around dealership control, repair pricing, and parts access are becoming louder because of content creators like Mat. If he does purchase an Audi RS6, RS7, or another major luxury project in America, the rebuild will likely attract enormous attention online. Fans will watch every episode, hoping to see another impossible challenge overcome. Critics will debate whether manufacturers are unfairly controlling repairs or simply protecting safety standards. Meanwhile, luxury brands themselves will probably continue monitoring these projects carefully because they understand the influence social media creators now hold over public opinion. The automotive industry is changing quickly, and online personalities are becoming just as powerful as traditional journalists when shaping how consumers think about cars. Mat Armstrong has positioned himself at the center of this change by turning rebuild projects into global entertainment events that also raise serious questions about ownership and repair freedom. His videos combine drama, engineering, storytelling, and controversy in a way that modern audiences find incredibly engaging. Whether people see him as a hero challenging unfair systems or simply an entertaining YouTuber creating exciting content, there's no denying his impact on the automotive conversation. And if another luxury rebuild series